honey, will we go far?
Listen, baby, don't break my heart.
Yeah, this road is long ahead. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Let's take it slow. La, 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 la. We don't know now what we'll find.
Take a chance, love.
We'll be down behind. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Let's take it slow. Yeah, this road is long ahead. It'll be worth it in the end. Let's take it slow. La 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 la. If there's a way now to count the days
Into the end, love. That's all I'll say.
all I'll say, singing la 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 da da la 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 You're the one I need. Tell me, honey, will we go far?
Listen, baby, I won't break your heart.
Okay, so what you see me now is planing up some wood, and this wood, if you notice, is a lovely rosy pinky colour, and this is that sequoia, which is a native to America, I think California, and it's a giant redwoods really. Basically that's what it is. Anyway, I'm now making the Venetian window, and it's called a Venetian box sash window for the kitchen, because obviously we've got to seal the kitchen up, we've got to stop the weather coming in. So I'm going to get the window made while I'm doing kitchen work. I'm sort of in between all different jobs, but I thought you might be interested to see this. So over today, for the whole of the day, I'm going to be now processing all this wood, putting all the section sizes and profile mouldings and everything onto these bits of wood. This bit here is the bottom of a sash. Okay, this will eventually become a bottom of a sash with a rebate and a moulding. These are side cheats and that for the box sash window. If you're not sure, there's not a lot of information about Venetian windows, but if you Google it, you might find what a Venetian window is. And when I was in the UK, I made many of these over the years, and they're a beautiful, beautiful window, developed really by the Georgians. And just to look at, they're just beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to crack on with this, but I'm just going to take you over here quickly in a minute, and I want to show you planing a bit of this stuff by hand, how beautiful it planes, especially now I've sharpened all my tools. Just a quick note, folks, before I show you planing this bit of sequoia. This is my workbench, look at it. It's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, it's full of my tools. I've got nowhere to put tools at all. I'm just working in a tiny little room here. So I'll just pan you around a bit. We've got a bit of everything in here. That's my tool chest there. That tools in there. It's hard to keep things sharpened. We've got washing machine, dryer, other stuff stacked away. We've just got no space. You know, sorry, I'm just spinning your background again. But my workbench is never like that. I never have nothing on my workbench normally. It's normally clear. But I can't even work on this workbench only for the fact of using the vice here. But I've even got books there, look, magazines or whatever. But let me show you this anyway. Right, so let's lock this off. Right. So this is one of my planes I sharpened. I mainly use record planes or my Lee Nielsen planes. My Lee Nielsen planes are really nice planes, quality, quite expensive as well, but they're a tool I use when I've got a proper workshop. I don't want to get them out because I don't want rust building on them or anything. But anyway, let me just show you this. So this is a nice gentle push through. How sharp that is, it just takes off the shavings are just beautiful, they come off. Look, they just roll up, lovely and thin, wafer thin, and that's what you get if you have sharp blades, yeah. And this particular wood, let me just put that on the pencil. I don't like the blade sitting on the floor, on the wood. This particular wood does plane very well, and it's very durable wood. You know, it can take a lot of stick from the weather. It's lightweight. It's just a lovely wood altogether. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. And I've got all my chisels over there that are all super sharp now. So just over there, let me just bring the camera up. So all them chisels there are sharpened, razor-like. And all these tools, like I explained earlier, have all been sharpened up for this epic kitchen build. And part of this kitchen build is obviously building this window as well, and the door, front door, the back door, sorry. So I have to have all my tools sharpened. If I'm taking on a big project like that, making like a big kitchen or whatever, I make sure I spend a day or two sharpening up everything, tools, and getting everything right.
I don't know where you came from, but this road is yours to trail, made to mold into a song that's sung before your day. So you found the beat.
Okay folks, so you just saw me run up there, this bit here. This is the profile, beautiful profile. Okay, this is for the, that's the bottom round on the sash. And then these are the stiles, which is the side parts of the sash here. And then in the large sash, you have one glazing bar in each one down the middle. And you'll see that it gives it an even look through. When you're looking at the window, you'll see that when I build it. I've run up all the other components as well. So this is going to be the meeting rails. So I've still got to cut the angles and blah 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 with that one. But this here is the outside faces. So you can see a nice bead edged on both sides. Okay, and that's for the middle. So if you imagine the window's got three glass, if you like, and then 4 parts that come down, the 2 middle bits of this one, and then the end sides are the single beaded, not both sides, just one side down. There's a couple of them behind there as well. Okay, and then now I'm going to just do these stay as they are. So they're the inside faces, which the staff bead sits onto, and I'll show you that when I get to that. And this is the pulley rail. So now all I've got to do is put my pulley groove in, and then work out the location of my trap door to put the weights in and out. And it's going together nice now. So So it's taken me a couple of hours to get to this stage. It can take you probably the best part of a good half a day to run up all the materials for a window like this big, because technically if you think about it, this window is 3 windows in one, but there isn't as much as 3 single windows. But anyway, so now I'll crack on. What a lovely colour this wood is, isn't it? Rose pink sequoia, lovely. Right, I'm just gonna pop out, see how Tracy's getting on. I ain't seen her for a few hours. Let's see how she's getting on. She was doing some tiles. Oh, nice to have a break. So she's doing her seeds. Putting her seeds there. She's got a load in the caravan as well. Oh, it's windy. Oh, won't be able to talk too much on this one. How you doing?
I'm good. I've just run out of hydrochloric acid, so all I'm doing at the moment is I'm moving my workstation over here, because obviously you're going to have to get past with the trailer. So I'm going to start working here with cleaning the tiles. But all I'm doing now is I'm going to get all the broken tiles, put them in the wheelbarrow, then put them with the other tiles in a separate pile because they're different tiles. And then I'm going to start loading up my workstation, and then I'm going to start loading the tiles around the back on the other side.
Oh yeah, because we've got enough around this side now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we need them on the other side now. That's to do the roof as soon as the weather gets better. It's sunny, it's a bit deceiving, but it's windy and it's a little bit chilly, isn't it?
It's a little bit chilly today.
So you're going to set up a station here, Trey?
Yeah, just over here, look.
Right.
I've got my scaffold boards there. So
Oh yeah.
I think if I put it here, we'll still be able to get round the back. I'll still be able to load the other scaffold board up with the slates that I clean.
Lovely.
And you'll be able to get in and out.
Waste your time on me. Waste your time on me.
So folks, couldn't help myself. I had to put a little bit of a stain I've made up onto the timber. This is the sill. I don't need a stain on it, but I just wanted to get an idea. This is only one coat of stain. It's going to have 2 actually, but it's not for this. This is just a sill. This is the same wood that the worktops are going to be made out of in the kitchen. Okay, so this is the sweet chestnut, and I'm using it for a windowsill at the moment, one piece of it. But that lovely colour, eh? Look, that's the original there. Let's go down here. Sorry to move you so quick. So we'll do a little pan down here. That's the original. It's not been sanded or anything. And then that's as it goes to its colour. It's just such a nice colour. can't give you the colour because I've made it up with a couple of different coloured stains to make that colour, based around chestnut. But yeah, I think Tracy's going to be pleased with that. Imagine the island and all the worktops, all the internals of the larder and pantry, all going to be in that. It's a beauty of a sharp chisel now, you'll see. Get nice control. You can clear it out, I'll show you, I'll bring you in a minute and show you it. So I'm cleaning this one down to this line here and this line at the front. Just coming onto the line now. Now I check that that's nice and flat across there. Put a square on there. Don't know if you can see that, but that is perfect. Yeah, that worked out right. I did check this one actually. Let me just check this. Perfect. So from this face edge across there is 90 degrees, which is flat. And what that's for, this space here is where my weights are going to run up inside, two next to each other, and it's very narrow, and I'll explain this later, but the weights are just about ½ an inch narrower than this space here. Okay, so this is a pulley style, okay, and this pulley style will go in, that one goes outside actually, so that will sit down into there. Let me bring you around better, you'll be able to see that a bit better. Right, so that sits down into there, sits flush at that front edge, as you can see. Then I get fixing glued and screwed in here, or glued and nailed, tosh nailed, I screw them. I just square this up this way. Okay, that's where my parting bead will sit inside, and then there'll be this will be chopped out here, and there'll be a face. Oh, where is it? So you'll have this bit that's chopped out, which will sit inside there. Oh, that's the wrong bit. Hang on. Let's get the right bit. Sorry. So this bit sits in between them two lines outside. Okay, that comes up right up here, basically, and it sits in here like that. Okay. That creates that box. You'll see it start to go together as I do it anyway. And then I'll do the same here, the same on the ends. Let me show you my doodle. So that's what the window, sorry about the flickering, it's the light. So that's the Venetian window, what we call a Venetian window. These are fixed, these two sashes. We'll have the nice little horns on there to match the rest of the house. And then this one here will open and shut. So the top one will come down, top bottom one will go up. There'll be the horns on there again. And this window, if you imagine just this part matches the window above the roof of where the kitchen is. So it all ties it all in, yeah. And then you've got your thin glazing bars down the centre. These don't have no glazing bars and they're fixed, like I say. But hopefully you can see that. It gives you an idea of what I'm going to achieve for the kitchen window. Okay, a bit more of an update for you. So that's the fundamental shape of the window. That's the front on now with the beading work on the front. This is what you'll see from the outside. There's a full seal to go on the front of that, which I've got to route out a trough, if you like. But I'm just going to allow that. I've just glued and mited all these, put everything on and the face, put the pulleys on. I've just got to cut the 4 wheels in and do the traps on the other side because the trap's coming from the other side. And then I can start to assemble the rest of this window. So I'm going to leave it for about an hour, let the glue go off because it's a fast setting glue. And whoops, I'll just knock something off. I'll come back and do the other side, and you can see on the other side, looks a little bit different. But basically the pulleys, the weights run up and down inside here onto this side, okay, and then there's the little fascias that go on the fronts of these, sit inside them, little ploughed out, or housing joints if you like, just housing joints. Yeah, looks a bit rough at the moment because it's got to go together properly, but when you see it all sanded up and painted, it looks absolutely fantastic.
Waste your time on me. Waste your time on me.
Hello there everyone. You're in my paint shop, and with Budo today, and Budo's going to have a little chat with us. And if you don't mind, Budo, I've got a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Let's get fired on my fire.
Right, okay. Can you explain the geometry of a Venetian window?
Venetian window, right. When Tracy says the geometry, it's the setup, okay? So when we as carpenters, we look at a window like this, it don't matter what size it is, what we're trying to achieve is we're trying to make all the panes of glass equal in the width and the lengths. Okay, the length is self-explanatory, it works itself out. We have a top rail, a wider bottom rail, and we just divide that into the space through the mid rail. Okay, but on the width, when we set out to make the glass all the same, we have to take in all the factors of all the parts of the window, right? So the width of this, the sash width, the next sash width, the width of this, the sash width, going all the way through here, and so on. And then also there's two dividing glazing bars in there. So I have to take that all into consideration, and then I will divide that space to create. That's the geometry of that, basically, in a nutshell. The other thing is, this is a Venetian window, and I was explaining to Tracy, in some of the old buildings in England, there's actually a box sash window in England that is dated and recorded and was fitted in 1760. Now think about that. That was before the America was even founded. I think America was 76 or 77, right? 1776, I think it was. But 1760 there's a window recorded and still in today, in use. I think it's Richmond it's in. Anyway, but some of these Venetian windows, just explaining this as well, here in the Palladiums and big stately homes, sometimes you see a big arch here. It might be a Gothic arch or rolled arch or whatever, Roman arch, that would go above this. But that's very rare today, and they don't we don't make them, and you know, carpenters today don't really make these windows anymore. They're not called for, and it's mainly they're used in for conservation work. You know, they'll ask for this sort of thing. So I made this window to fit that space.
Yeah.
Right. So
Let me just show them where this is going to go. So that's going to go here, and we actually, as they say, we offered it up to the window, and it fitted near enough like a glove. So that's going to be lovely there. Right, and another thing I've noticed, because this is what happens when you live with a carpenter and joiner. Why is the weights in the centre? Centre of the box, right. Okay, so... You didn't think I would notice that. No, I know, but you know, because you've seen me do different ways in the past. I think your finger's over the camera. Oh, sorry.
So, what happens is, when they first developed these, the Georgians, okay, they used to put these wheels very high up into the corners. Okay, so come in and just have a little zoom in on there. So these wheels used to be up high up in this corner, okay? And what they used to do is they would go up in there, they would come over the top under a little closure inside here in a rebate that's ploughed through here. They would come down in another little wheel in this corner and go down inside there. And the reason they did that was to keep these mullions as narrow as possible. They wanted to keep these as narrow as possible, but because this is a small window, I can get away with narrow mullions. So there's another way we do it as carpenters. We make this as narrow as possible, just enough for the weight to go down, with a space of about 1/4 inch around the weight so it can move without jamming. And then we run them inside here. We put the traps here, and we run everything in here. And the reason I did that is, if we ever have a problem with a cord, and it was the original way the Georgians did it, then I would have to take these fixed sashes out, these sashes out, just to do the cords. Yeah, because everything gets in the way. So it's an easier process like this, and it works. So basically that's it, really, in a nutshell. And quickly while I'm here, these are parting beads, okay? They have a little tracker put into them, which I've got a little rebate cutter that cuts these in, and on the back of the staff beads, and then I put in a draft excluder system. So these windows will come up to spec. Yeah, they'll be fully draft proof. At the bottom of the sashes, when they come down and sit onto the base, they'll have a little rubber, it's like an O rubber that squashes down and creates a water seal as well. So they're all compliant. And then what we do is, because this void is empty now, and the size there's no weights, this gets filled in with insulation on both sides top. so it insulates the window as well.
And obviously, you know, I go on all different sites, you know, because I love period properties and that. And you do still see people making box sash windows, but you don't see a lot of people making Venetian windows, do you? Or showing that a Venetian windows have been made for a property they bought. Or...
I think a lot of it's because the knowledge is getting lost. Yeah, carpenters, good carpentry, proper carpentry. I'm not talking about like machinists who are DIY sitting, you know, go on machines and they just follow along a YouTube channel or whatever, without being disrespectful, but they're having a go and they're enjoying it. But what I'm trying to say is the knowledge of things and how they were made is getting lost. Yeah, so just working out, say, the geometry of that, you have to know that, and you have to know that from period pieces. Yeah, is that the question?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, all right. And really, that's about it on the window. I think I just was I was going to say something. Oh yeah. So next week, tune in, all right? Because we're gonna call it now. That's the video now. Tune in next week, and you'll see the sashes all made, right? And they'll be working in there. Tracy's going to paint all this up, get it all primed ready, and also we're going to give you a little treat. It'll be next week or the week after. We're not sure yet. But we're going to make the sink unit complete. So Tracy's going to paint it out, it will be finished. All the mouldings will be on there, the doors and the sink in place. So that's going to give you a bit of a treat to have a look at. All right. So from us, join us next week.
See you on the next one.
Check out one of these videos if they come up again. See you next week.
Bye bye.